All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform where they're giving a back to back updates on how things they be, on how things they share for this area. That is why we are here, nothing more, nothing less. And maybe if you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Make yourself they be among the first set of people where they get our news anytime we drop them. Okay, I see the hot right now, my people. The latest one where they bring you. So, Commander Holy Ghost, my people, you know who Commander Holy Ghost has blown hot on everything that has been happening in Ebonyi State. My people, this is what the latest one. This is what we are getting directly from Commander Holy Ghost, that he has blown hot on the issues that have been raised in in Ebonyi State at the moment, and of course the Nigerian army are involved. As a commander Hugo sends a direct messages blown hot, and my people, a clash also takes place in the midst of all these issues that are going on right about now, and it has been a very tough battle. I can tell you, so I can really let you know that it has been one of the toughest battles that has ever happened or that has ever taken place. And my people, we know that whenever it comes to things that relate to the Biafra Liberation Army and the Nigerian army, it's always boza, woto, back to back or back to back. And my people, that is what I am here to let you know, that it was a back to back issue, a back to back something. As my people, everybody collected their own one. My people, that way to they try explain, give you right now, be say it don't bust for that particular area where we they talk about them, and we know that whenever it comes to these particular issues that connect to the Biafra Liberation Army or anything that connects to them, we are here to let you know that it entered the struggle that we know how it will always end. And one thing I am here to let you know also is that the situation of things at the moment is something that we should always have in mind, because the times are very bad at this point. The times are on another level at this point, and it is not something you should joke about. It is not something you should play about. That's just the sincere truth. Because if you joke about times like this, if you play around with times like this, then you would know that there are times that we need to fight more than we've ever fought. There are times we need to make necessary moves that we need to use and overcome the wiles or the enemy's strategies. And I believe that is the point we've come to understand in most of the times that we've gone against these Nigerian soldiers that have always found a way to do some type of things to us, to find a way to hit us down, or to do some type of things that would one way or another try to bring us down in any way they can. But I am here to let you know that none of these things, I repeat, none of these things are in any way going to stop the motion that most people or we have decided to move on in the quest for our freedom. One thing we are not going to do is give up, and that is one thing. That is one thing we are all sure of. The giving up is not something that we are going to do, or anything that it's even an option, because we have suffered. We are not the only people. There are people that have died for the cause, and we are not going to let it slide just that way. We are not going to let it be something that would not that will not bear fruit at the end. We are in a very critical situation at this particular point, and most of the times when things like this happens, we end up maybe thinking two times about the whole situation. But I believe that this particular situation we have found ourselves at this point is not one that we should use to overthink the situation. No, I believe it is something we should use to bring down ourselves and actually recollect with whatever it is that we find ourselves doing and move forward. That is the only answer. I would say it again. That is the legit only answer that we can move forward with, and things would end up as good as they should be. And that is why there is no way, I repeat, that is why there is no way that with the things happening right now, that we ourselves cannot do the needful thing. We cannot do the most important thing, to stand up and move in and do the things that are necessary. That is why the Biafra Liberation Army is on the verge of always moving forward. That is why the Biafra Liberation Army is not a joke at any point. That's why they don't joke with anything. And that's why Commander Holy Ghost would always make those important moves that will end up giving us the most important things we need, the most important wins we need. Maybe I believe that you people should always have in mind that every single strategy being done now, every single thing we do now, there are things that end up with, there are things that are we have already predestined. There are things that are we've checked and we've seen that this particular thing is something that will end well, and that is the most important thing in every single thing we do. State, after the bodies of policemen killed by Fulani herdsmen were discovered, a collaborative effort between security forces and local vigilantes resulted in the retrieval of deceased police officers' bodies belonging to the IRT Abuja PMF 51 Ogara and Anti-Kidnapping Squad Asaba. So these are the set of people that their bodies were found recently that were killed by Fulani herdsmen, and they are still keeping these people in their stead. They are still keeping this set of people in their stead, and that is why we can never allow them to encroach into our own land. They have already encroached, they have started entering, but we will not allow them to do that anymore, because the more they encroach, the more they enter into our land, the more they take over and want to feel that they have something they need to do in our place, and we will not let them have that. Yes, we can never let them have that. Okay, it continues. The recovered corpses of the officers have been deposited at Mariri Central Hospital morgue in Ugili, disclosed a senior security source at the Delta State Police Command, speaking on the condition of anonymity. The recovery operation, conducted in Ugili North local government area of Delta State, followed extensive search efforts in the forest on both Sunday and Monday. So these people have been missing for some time. On January 24th, 2024, 3 officers, all inspectors, were dispatched to the Ororo community in Ugili North, Delta State, in response to a distress call made by an individual named Moses Progress. The distress caller alleged an attack by suspected Fulani herdsmen, leading to the officers' deployment. Tragically, they never returned, and with their fate shrouded in uncertainty. So they called these people and they sent only 3 police officers instead of them to send a full squad to go and handle these people. Fulani herdsmen normally move in bulk, and you sent only 3 people. What do you expect? Of course, they have taken them down. Although the police authorities in Delta State have remained silent about the incident, a group of local vigilante members discovered the bodies of some of the slain officers. The report continued. Operation Huts belonging to the suspected killer Fulani herdsmen were demolished, and 6 corpses were found in the Agadama bush, while the whereabouts of the 15 others remain unknown. Regarding the discovery, the anonymous security source further elaborated. They spent over 3 hours at the hospital morgue during the documentation before being attended to at Ugili Central Hospital. Another source, when queried, mentioned no details yet, and I will get back to you as we progress, indicating ongoing investigation into the matter. My people, this is what it is, and this is what things would always end up to be, so far as it concerns the Fulani herdsmen being allowed to encroach, because these Fulani herdsmen, they are trouble. They are full-time trouble, and the earlier we get to find out that these people do not have a place with us, and they can never have a place with us in the southeast. I don't care about wherever they are, in Abuja or wherever, those people, they can allow them encroach into their land. But in our own land, Abia State, Imo State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and the rest, we are not allowed to let them in. we cannot let them in. If not, we risk losing lives of maybe innocent farmers, innocent people that are around. And that is the reason we must avoid we must avoid anything that will allow us calm down when we see them encroaching or entering into our land. We cannot do that. We cannot let them do that. And so because of that, we'll always be at alert to make sure that they do not encroach into our land to do things that are not that to do things that would cause mayhem or trouble in our society or in our community. And yes, we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.